All right, so we're just gonna do a live Q&A here for Gotham to talk about Gotham. I think Cameron tried this another time, and some of the messages had, oh shoot, really come through. Uh, she had a hard time getting some of the things to show up. So hopefully this will work out. What's going on, dude? Just chilling at home. I actually just got back to my apartment from uh, from set. We're in the middle of filming the finale for you guys, which is kind of exciting. It's our last episode. We have 4 more days after today, and I would talk about it, but I don't want to give anything away about what's going on with that. Oh, Sharvazi joined. Hey, Shar. Shar is the grandmother of one of my best friends in Florida. That's awesome. I love this. Do you study other portrayals of the Riddler? This is from Elijah. Hey, Elijah. Do you study other portrayals of the Riddler, Frank Gorshin, as inspiration for your take on the character? I don't, and I'll tell you why. I find that um, if I watch something, then even subconsciously I might attempt to emulate it, or that it'll influence what I'm doing. So I think it's actually. That didn't change anything. I think. Sorry. Oh my. I think that it would even subconsciously kind of affect my performance a little bit. So what I did was go off the script and what they write, and then I read a lot of the comic books, and it's been around for quite a while. And every time they get a new artist or a new writer, the tone kind of shifts and the character changes a little bit. Sometimes they're drawn differently. The aesthetic of the clothes or the costume, the hair color, sometimes he's more attractive, sometimes he's more dweeby looking, um, and also, sometimes he's more fun. It's more fun in games, and other times it is a bit more gruesome and terrifying and terrorizing. So. What we've done is just kind of build our own version of that, and a Riddler that fits in the 21st century. We're trying to make our own mark with it. So I listen to the writers and the executive producers, and we try to find our own little thing. Oh wow, these are going so fast. Who's your favorite friend on the Gotham set? Oh man, that's really tough. We're pretty lucky because the whole cast hangs out with each other. We all get along. A lot of us just went to the Batman versus Superman premiere last night, which was really wild and wicked. Uh, I just can't pick one. It's actually we're really lucky, to have such a huge cast and be brought together and actually all get along is probably pretty rare. I know that any of us that. Well, anyone that's gone to school or works in an office or anything, what it's like group dynamic is like, especially when you're working together, and we're all playing crazy mofos. So we all get along incredibly well and hang out outside of the workspace, which is great. How, in your opinion, was the cohabitation between Ed and Oswald? Oh man, actually I loved some of the stuff that they wrote right after he moved in, um, with he calls me at work and he's like, I can't find the mustard in the refrigerator. I thought all that stuff was pretty funny. It was very reminiscent of The Odd Couple, Neil Simon, which I kind of loved. I love when this show, which is so dark uh, and noirish, it kind of throws in these bright bits of comedy. I really relish that. And there's a scene tonight with Oswald and Ed that is it's a bit brighter than perhaps the rest of the show. I kind of like that. I like when the show like tips up above water for a little bit. So those are always fun. But the cohabitation was nice. Oswald was kind of pulled away. Tonight's a bit of a twist in our relationship. We're reunited, and he's oh, Stephanie. Hey, my old neighbor growing up. That's awesome. You know, we're reunited, but he's officially sane. You know, he has a certificate that's saying that he's sane, which is insane. Uh, so we'll see how Ed responds to that. Oh man, guys, I'm so sorry. These are going so fast. It's really difficult to read these. Do you consider your character a good guy? Uh, I think no. I mean, he's not a good guy. You know, he's admitted to himself that he's kind of interested in these in leading a darker life. But I we did start with him as a good guy. And we thought that that was really important. You know, all the different characters kind of started at different places. You know, Fish Mooney was just a badass from the beginning, and Penguin was, you know, relishing in his sadism at the very beginning. You know, hurting people and really enjoying it. Um, Ed was just trying to make a friend, tell a joke. Uh, you know, enjoy some wordplay, tease Bullock, and no one's having it. You know, everybody just kind of finds him repulsive and irritating, and uh, you know, but he was pretty consistent in his attempts to make friends, and it slowly just kind of wore him down, and getting dissed by the same girl like 20 times in season one, and then finally winning her heart was great. But you know, he was pretty consistently good. Uh, and it just didn't work for him, and I think that's actually the great tragedy with Ed. Say hi to me, Cory, from Sheila. Hey, Sheila. Uh, do I like riddles? That's a great question. I hate riddles. No, I'm just kidding. I enjoy riddles. It's actually amazing. You guys are pretty awesome. You send a lot of riddles to me online, and that's it's pretty fun. I'm not as exceptional at them as other people are, I'm sure, but when I take a moment to respond to them on Twitter, I'm pretty good. I surprise myself sometimes. When I first started this, I was coming up with riddles on my own, but I couldn't keep a pace. Oh wow. Are you planning on any more appearances in the UK? Yeah, I think actually I'm going to be. I think I might be coming to do a convention in Birmingham, England again this year in May. Uh, I think, which would be great because I really had an amazing time in England last time. Uh, will Jerome be back? Uh, yes, he will be back. When? I can't tell you. Um, but yes, he will be back. I don't know if any of you caught this, but he was in Indian Hill in one of the tanks, uh, as was Fish Mooney. So a lot of these people who have kind of disappeared haven't really gone anywhere, and someone is kind of controlling. Someone is inside all of this, kind of controlling this body collection. So there's some people that will come back. I thought the Lori Petty character, the underground rave, that was kind of Jerome spirited and almost what a like a what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I don't know. It was just in celebration of him. I thought that was pretty cool. Say hola to Argentina. Okay, Ruth. Hey. What was your favorite episode to film? Oh, thus far? Well, tonight's episode is pretty, pretty awesome. I'm really excited. The writing for this is really cool, and you'll understand why. It is a giant puzzle, and it's pretty neat. But 217 coming up. By that I mean season 2, episode 17 is pretty awesome. Pretty freaking cool. That one I'm really looking forward to. And the one that was like the first thing that was like really cool was season 1, episode 20, which is when I ended up killing Kristen's boyfriend. and that was like the first like real meaty episode that they gave me. I was loving that. Who's my favorite Batman? I got to tell you, watching the Batman versus Superman video premiere yesterday, I was really excited to see Ben Affleck because I thought that the backlash that happened immediately when his casting was announced was kind of, I don't know, unfair. I think that a lot of us actors like to take on roles, and when it's prejudged, it's a little discouraging. But I think we all like to do things that maybe aren't predictable or that don't completely make sense. You know, we like our challenges. Though I don't think he's some abstract choice for Batman by any means, but he's really awesome. So I was really impressed with his performance. This is actually a really hard question. The first Batman movie that I ever saw was the 1989 Tim Burton one with Michael Keaton. And though he's not like the biggest Bruce Wayne that has ever existed, Ben Affleck is jacked in this. He's huge. But Michael Keaton has a certain level of intellect and wit and this intensity that I really dug in that particular world. And he's just an incredible actor. Nate Bronk! Oh my God! High school friend, that's awesome. I love the commercials. Oh my God. Those were fun. I'm glad that someone liked them. Have you ever had the chance to meet Jim Carrey? I have not had the chance to meet him. He's always been one of my favorite actors. I used to imitate him a lot when I was a kid. But now I'm kind of nervous to meet him. Because I don't know if he's seen the show or anything, but you know, I would just be kind of nervous. You guys are all saying some really nice things. That's wonderful. I'm just not going to read them. Who is my favorite villain? Who is my favorite villain? In our show, who's my favorite villain in the show? I tell you what, it was like a really quick thing, and I kind of wish he would come back. But Eduardo Flamingo, I thought was kind of awesome. That he was in what episode was that? 209, I think, when Penguin and I had a lot of scenes together. He was the cannibal. Raul Castillo played him, and I thought it was pretty great. And that was when Jim Gordon was stuck up in Galavan's loft, and they kept sending all of these hitmen up to take him out. And Captain Barnes was with him, and he eventually went down and he fought Eduardo Flamingo, and they did this thing with like chains. I just thought it was really badass and really cool. I enjoyed that. So I wish he would come back and have a slightly bigger role. Would you like a Riddler suit in the Gotham series? Guys, this is the question I get the most. I don't know what we're going to end up doing, because, you know, he's not the Riddler until he kind of declares that this is his calling card and says, you know, he dons the title and not only just uses the question mark, but claims that as his identity. You know, we still have, tonight is a big step forward, but there's still quite a ways to go. But I think maybe one day we'll have him in a proper unitard. God help me. But for now, I think we're going to stick with kind of the more classier suits. I have a new suit in the episode tonight. I'd like to know if some of you like that. I think it's pretty nice. If I could be in any other profession from being an actor, what would it be? I used to want to be a concert pianist. I initially looked at schools for piano performance, and I visited schools, and I have such great respect for people that do that for a living. But I started getting overwhelmed with the idea of being in a room alone for 8 to 10 hours a day. Uh, I I don't know what I would do without interacting with people and collaborating. So I got a little nervous about that, and I decided to do something else. So then I considered acting and I considered law, and I almost dropped out of my major in college, which was acting, or musical theater was my proper major, because I'm a singer, or at least I try to sing, um, but I don't dance. Well, no, I dance plenty, but I'm not like I don't do ballet and stuff. But anyway, I thought about dropping out of or stop being an actor and studying philosophy and pre-law. That was something that I really wanted to do because I'm a bit of slightly analytical. That's how I work as an actor. Oh, these are funny. Gotham the musical. I would love for us to do a musical episode. I think that would actually be awesome. We kind of touched on it with Oswald and me um, doing a little song, but I think it'd be kind of cool. Who will be the next victim? My next victim, Daniel Travis Michaels. I think that's what it said. Uh, well, you will see tonight who my victim is. Um, hmm. How was your first day on set? Oh, that's a cool question. The first, so I I worked. I only worked on one day for the first episode. If you'll recall the pilot, it feels like so long ago. But my role was really small at the beginning of this series, and it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, which is a lovely gift. Um, but my first thing was just one scene with Harvey Bullock and Jim Gordon, and I walked into the precinct, Gotham City Police Department precinct, and the thing is, for a physical set, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's incredible. I believe it cost $900,000 just to build the physical set inside of this studio. A lot of money and attention was put toward this. The kind of the center of the show, and the detail is exquisite. The props, everything is. It's all labeled. There are files everywhere, and a lot of the extras that we have are kind of ensemble police. We use the same guys and girls over and over and over, and so on their desks they have actual pictures of their family members and their dogs and their houses, and it's pretty cool. It personalizes the set. It's just really it's one of the coolest sets I'll probably ever work on. Do you believe Harley Quinn will be added into the show anytime soon? Oh my God, I hope so. She's one of my favorites. She's one of my favorites, but we have to kind of resolve this Joker situation. I think maybe before we, uh, you know, flirt with Harley coming in. Congrats on season 3 renewal. Thank you. We're all pretty stoked about it. Why did Riddler kill Miss Crinkle? It's Kringle. Why? It's not a why. He was trying to make her understand that he's not dangerous. He was protecting her. Everything he did is arguably out of love. Not that that makes it right, but it was arguably out of love. And she freaked out, and he felt that that was irrational, though it was rational. But he felt that it was irrational, and so he was trying so hard to help her realize that he was doing it to protect her because he loved her. And unfortunately, he was so forceful in his intention that he probably damaged her windpipe, and she couldn't breathe, and I killed her. Ed killed her. What kind of killer is Ed turning into? That's a great question. we started this thing, and he was homicidal, intentionally and unintentionally, and I think the color we're now floating into is very exciting because it's much more to like the Riddler's calling card, and I think in a quality that sets him apart from other villains and other characters. He's about games and traps and messing with people and enjoying the process of watching them get tangled up and confused and lost, and then you attack them. So that's what tonight's all about, kind of finding his calling card. Have I ever written any of Ed's riddles? I've never. We have a really great writing staff, and they write it. But I've tweaked some of them, but that doesn't mean that I came up with them. What's my favorite Riddler quote so far? Oh, that's good. What episode is that in? I think there's some fun ones tonight. Um, in episode 9 of this season, the stuff that I had with Oswald, there was some really funny stuff in there. Uh, you know, um, I brought you a Leonard. What am I supposed to do with Leonard? All of that interaction was really fun. Um, that scene tonight is really fun. I think there will be some good little pieces of dialogue in there. Has this role opened up other roles? Well, damn, I hope so. Uh, if not, I'm doing something wrong. Um, yeah, no, this has certainly been helpful. I don't know if you guys have ever seen other stuff that I've done, uh, but I was in a movie called Carol. It was just nominated for uh, a handful of Oscars with Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. If you guys haven't seen that, you should watch it. It's actually really, really gorgeous. It's a beautiful film. It's made by Todd Haynes. And Ed Lockman was a cinematographer. Uh, it's it's a really striking film, uh, and I would invite you all to watch it. I also did a TV show on HBO, a miniseries called Olive Kittredge that I really love. That's maybe one of the most difficult jobs that I've had thus far. You can watch it on HBO Go. I would invite you to watch that. We won 8 Emmy Awards, so it isn't, it's not some piece of trash. It's actually a pretty good show. And Frances McDormand, Richard Jenkins, Bill Murray, they're really amazing. Have been, before I worked with them, some of my favorite actors. So that was a real honor. What are you drinking in the coffee cup? Tea, because I don't know if you can hear my voice. But it's a little tired. I had a very long weekend and was working, and then I got up today at 6 a.m. to go start filming, and I just got home right before we started this. So I'm just a little hoarse, so and I had to talk, so I'm just trying to calm all of this. Do people ask you riddles at or outside of work? Absolutely. Comes with the job. Happy to hear them. Are you... Oh, that disappeared too quickly. Whoa. Would I ever keep one of my props? I'm actually, I've taken a couple things. Shh, don't say anything. I've taken a couple things. And those glasses will stay with me forever because that's just really important to me. What's my favorite band? What's my favorite band? I love music, and I love a lot of different kinds of music. I have a very eclectic taste. I minored in jazz piano in college, so I love some jazz. I personally am more into traditional standards, especially vocal jazz. Diane Shore was one of the first artists that I was really kind of taken by. She's blind. She has perfect pitch. She sings 4 octaves, and she plays piano while she does improv. So she'll sit at the piano and she'll be playing what she's singing, and it's these fast runs, and they're completely matching, and she's all over the place. It's absolutely astonishing. She's incredible. Marlena Shaw. You know, the classics like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday are incredible. Chet Baker, I'm a big fan of as a trumpet player, and actually there's a movie that's coming out about Chet Baker that looks to be quite incredible, called Born to Be Blue. Look it up. So those are so I love me some jazz. I just went to a Troye Sivan concert recently, and that kid is really talented. He's super, super talented. It was a very fun concert. I really loved that. I'm going back to Ohio, where I'm from, in April soon to take my family to a Garth Brooks concert. Pretty excited about that. I love some good old country. My family loves country, so that should be pretty fun. What other music do I listen to? I know I'm late on the boat, but Justin Bieber's album is actually really friggin' good. Is really good. Sometimes I wake up early in the morning and dance around my apartment, and my underwear is like my cardio start to the day. And Justin's been my soundtrack recently. So that's some real life for you. It's kind of embarrassing. Am I into YouTube at all? Yeah, YouTube's great. So great. Favorite 90s song? Ooh, it might be something, it's probably something Boys to Men. I was obsessed with Boys to Men growing up. Or Jody Messina, Back to Country. I love Jody Messina. Ace of Base. I was like really rocking to Ace of Base, like circa 1993, 1994. Oddly, I had every album that Amy Grant made when I was really young, so that's pretty weird. Actually, you guys, you should look this up. She has one song that's completely outside of what she usually does. It's called Fat Baby. You should listen to it. It's one of the weirdest things you'll ever hear. Probably my favorite artist of the 90s was Harry Connick Jr. I played trumpet when I was really young, and I was a piano player, and he was writing music and incredible music when he was in his teens in New Orleans, and the man is he's a genius. My very first CD I ever had was made in 1992. It's called Blue Light, Red Light. That entire album, it's still to this day one of my favorite albums, and so that whole thing I was pretty obsessed with. Do I listen to Guns N' Roses? When it comes on. It's not that I don't like them. Please do a Riddler Penguin buddy comedy. I would love that. I think I shouldn't speak for him, but I think Robin might be down for that as well. What other TV shows do I watch? One of my favorite shows that I think a lot of people liked, but it wasn't like a breakout hit or anything, but Bloodline I thought was absolutely brilliant. I just thought that the writing was great. I loved how it luxuriated in a family drama. A lot of it kind of reminded me of my family. Just family dynamics. and that ensemble was just incredible. And I think Kyle Chandler is just the bomb. The bomb. Yes, there is a season 3, Josh Badger. Ah. Oh, these are moving too fast. Uh, was it hard acting a split personality? Oh, guys, this was actually one of the coolest things I've ever done. I'd never done anything like it, so I didn't know how it worked. But um, we would film one at a time. So the mirror thing was the most interesting because I couldn't move. Both characters had to be in the same position, and we didn't change anything about the look, costume, makeup, hair, anything. So it was all one person staying in the same place. So and we didn't have a way to do it yet, and I didn't know how I wanted to do it exactly. So the first time we tried it, it was just schizophrenia.com. I'm standing in front of a mirror, and I would give one line. And then, oh God, I just caught the screenshot, the picture, the screenshot picture on Facebook. I look awful. That's just horrendous. But anyway, I would stand there, I would deliver one line, and then I'd kind of pause and like wipe my face off, breathe, and then I'd respond to myself, and then I'd stop. And then I'd be the other character, and I'd respond to myself. And I was like, okay, I can't do this. This is really terrible. So I vetoed that immediately. I thought that maybe that would work, but that was terrible. And then a couple times I recorded myself, and had my voice playing back to me so that I could do both scenes with myself hearing my voice. And then occasionally one of the assistant directors would read the lines in the tempo that I did. But it was very difficult acting with just like a piece of tape in the room, or sometimes they would have a random person staring there so I could look into someone's face, at least. What's your favorite Riddler? My favorite Riddler is one in the comic books. There's a comic book called The Riddle Factory that he's just my favorite. He's so the comic is that he kind of he throws like a party of sorts. He gathers people. It's a secret location. He lets people know at the very last minute. And so people show up. He's picked one citizen of Gotham to kind of humiliate. And his goal is to humiliate this person so much that they commit suicide, and he succeeds. And he has no remorse in it, and he moves on to the next, and then the next. And the third person that he's trying to attack is Bruce Wayne. As the comic goes, Bruce Wayne gets the better of him. But the thing that I loved about it was that it has the old flavors of like classic Riddler, where it's fun and games, and he's a showman, and he's putting on this show for people, and it's in this factory, where there are like oversized toys and giant collectibles, and so he's kind of like giddy and having fun and dancing about, but it's also just really demented and genuinely terrifying and horrifying, and I think that's. If what we're trying to do, what I'm building up to, if you can do both of those things at the same time, I think that's really exciting. Will I wear a green suit? We're getting slightly greener and greener and greener. Little hints at it. Tonight's suit has some green in it. Tonight's a new suit that I'm pretty excited about. It was made especially for this episode. So that should be pretty cool. I'm really stoked for it. Shout out Annabelle. What up? Someone just called me a nerd. Great. Was I into comics before I got the role? Was I into comics? No, I wasn't. I didn't grow up with them. I grew up with a brother. He's 2 years older than me, and comics just they weren't something that were in our house. Nor were video. We had video games, but we actually had the original Nintendo and a Sega Genesis, and then we didn't have anything after that. So we were it was like classic old school up in our house, and we would play occasionally. My brother was actually really great at it, but we. Otherwise, we were spending our time outside. We lived in a neighborhood with this amazing block of kids that we played with all the time. And so we were usually outside doing something. Or as I fell in love with the piano, most of my time spent doing anything like, you know, as if playing a game, like with your hands, I would naturally go to the piano and do that. Which was better, Nintendo or Genesis? I liked the Nintendo games better, personally. Nerds are a cool thing. Nerds are the best. I know, it's awesome. I don't know what some of these mean. Let's game. Start a YouTube gaming channel. I'm on for it. Invite me to one. Oh, what made me want to act? Good question. Zuzette. What a cool name. That's awesome. Zuzette. The thing that made me want to act was I did a play. I don't know if you guys have heard of like the plays. It's a two-person play. It's like a Tuna Christmas. Everything's tuna. It takes place in Tuna, Texas. But this particular play was a Tuna Christmas. And it's supposed to be a two-person show, but they hired, or not hired, it was in high school. It was in high school. For God's sake! They cast like a whole company of people, but they gave me 6 roles to do. And it was the first time that I realized I had kind of an innate ability to differentiate character and make very different people. I like transforming myself into a role, and I was able to do that with 6 people. And the way that the audience responded to each one of them, and so differently, I was just really moved by the whole experience, and I felt like I was genuinely affecting people. And, you know, it's a comedy, and it was around Christmas time, and there was a lot of levity and fun and heart to it, and I just felt like I had a gift to share, and so I kind of trusted that instinct, and that's what made me go to school for it. So I feel very lucky that I'm still able to do it. I like your hair, Cory. Oh, thank you. Well, this has a lot of stuff in it from the show. This is funny. You guys are funny. What? Oh, Shauna, you've written this 17 times. What's David Mazouz like? He's awesome. He was just at set with me today for a while because we have scenes together. What? That's not a spoiler, but it is cool. David and I have some scenes together at the end of the season. But he's such a cool dude. You know, I wish I was as mature and intelligent and evolved as he is at his age. I don't know a lot of kid actors, but I just find David to be a remarkable talent and a remarkable young man. I admire him a lot. He's going to be he is a really cool dude. He's a really good guy. Have I ever dressed up as the Riddler for Halloween? No. But maybe I will now. I don't know. Excuse me. Oh gosh. So many of these are comments and you guys are so nice. Thank you. Did I like singing with Robin Lord Taylor? Yes. Yes, but I think we do better singing at bars around like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, we enjoy decorating New York City together. It's fun. Oh, are there any BD Wong scenes with Nigma? Maybe. Who wrote that? Oh, I can't find you now. Maybe. Just saying. Puppies or kittens? Neither. They're disgusting. Both of them. Ugly. Hideous creatures. I'm just kidding. I prefer lizards. More of a reptile. No, I'm just kidding. Puppies, kittens, I mean, they're both great as long as they don't pee all over my stuff, you know? No, I love animals, but I don't have a pet in my house. I grew up with a dog, a little a bichon frisé called Chip. He was very cute until he ate my favorite stuffed animal, and then we had some rough times, but I forgave him after a couple years. If you weren't acting in it, would Gotham be a show you watch? Yes, especially season 2. I love all the changes we made in season 2, and I'm really proud of the show, and I'm attached to the characters, and I would totally watch it. I love it. Would you like to come to Brazil? I was supposed to be in Brazil last June. I hope to make it there, Julia. Do I speak French? Very little. I was just actually talking to BD Wong today about how I had all 5 levels of Rosetta Stone French for a long time. And I just still haven't gotten on the boat to learn. I took 3 years in high school, and I really wanted to learn because I've always wanted to go to Paris, and I went to Paris in May of last year for 2 weeks, and Paris is just the best. It's just the best. I'm planning on going back soon. I made some friends over there. It's a really amazing place. So I really should get on learning French. Yes, Penguin and I will have scenes in the future. Starting tonight. What do you do apart from being on set? Well, I try to decorate this apartment, which is still pretty bare. I don't have a lot of things on my walls yet. No, I like to write. I like to play piano. I read a lot. Those are the basics. I live in New York City, filled with limitless people that are fascinating and inspired and incredibly talented. So I spend a lot of time with human beings. That's one of my favorite things to do. I mean, what's better than an amazing meal with a great human being? It's my favorite thing. I spend a lot of time following politics. We're not going to talk about it on here because this is a safe zone. This is a fun space. But I follow politics a lot. It's very important to me to be an involved citizen, as frustrating as it can be, and sometimes scary. I think it's our duty to each other as citizens. So I spend a lot of time studying politics and reading about government and politics. And I see a ton of theater. I see movies, but I see a lot of theater. I saw 4 plays in the last 5 days. Do I watch House of Cards? Did I binge watch season 4? No, I actually made a pact with a friend of mine that we would watch it together as a way of trying to spend time together. So we're up to episode 6. So that's all I've seen. But I'm really enjoying it. I think that Robin Wright is so great, and Kevin Spacey's okay, I guess. No, he's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. No! Gotham is starting in 15 minutes, guys. Have I seen Hamilton? No, I'm going tomorrow night. I'm seeing Hamilton tomorrow night. I'm so excited. An actor, Sydney Harcourt, is in it and is covering Washington, and so I'm gonna go see him. He and I go to the same gym, and that's how we met. And apparently, we met because he came up and he said that Hamilton watches Gotham, that the cast is obsessed with our show, and I was like, I am so honored. That's amazing. And he was generous enough to help me get tickets. So, anyway, shout out to him. He's great. Oh no, someone says they can't see me. I don't know. I don't know technology that well, so I can't help you there. Batman or Superman? Come on. Hey Keely, who loves Gotham? Shout out to you. Have I ever done any theater? Yes, I've done a lot of theater. That's how I started. I've done a lot of theater. I've been on Broadway with, I started on Broadway with Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones, Khaleesi. We're very tight. I love her. That was the last thing that I did, and that was in the spring of 2013. But I've been in a couple different plays in New York, in a musical. You can look up. There's one musical that's on Spotify. If you look up my name, you can find that musical and listen to it. I do a New Hampshire dialect and sing, and it's kind of fun. I'm very excited about Suicide Squad. Yes, I'm dressing up as you. Hunter Johnson, I'm dressing up as you. Right now? Can you take a picture? Gotham starts in 10 minutes. 13. Let's be specific. No, it does start in 13 minutes, so everyone get your TVs ready. Favorite book? Oh, guys, I just finished A Little Life. That decimated me. That's one of the most intense books I've read in a very, very, very long time. Unreal. Will I watch it with... Yeah. Well, I'm not going to watch it on here. But I will, yes, I will watch the show, and I will live tweet. I will tweet during the show, so you can follow me there. Anyway, if you guys want to... you should check out my Facebook page, Cory Michael Smith, or my Instagram, which is at Cory Michael Smith, one word, Cory. Don't put any in there, please. No extraneous letters. And my Twitter handle is a little different because my name apparently is too long for Twitter handles. So it's at Mr. spelled out MISTER _CMS. Someone's asking me to pose for them. What does that mean? My favorite spot in New York City. Oh, if I say that. No, I don't want to say that. I do love Washington Square Park, though. I find that place to be really inspiring. There's a lot of creative people there, a lot of crazy people there. It's pretty, I dig it. It's good. Oh, I love this. I love, someone just wrote, "Who are you again?" That's all good, man. My name's Cory. It's nice to meet you, Saker Alfares, if I said that correctly. Do I like pizza? Oh, yeah. Do I like playing my character? Come on. Gotham and chill? Hell yeah. Yeah, Gotham and chill. You all get to Gotham and chill in 10 minutes. Greetings from Uruguay. That's awesome. You guys, I have to tell you, it's a real honor to have so many fans from all over the globe. It's really, really incredible. We're all very lucky. Thank you for supporting the show. Carmela, don't even listen to the negative people. You're awesome. That's really sweet. I say that right back to all of you. Don't listen to the negative people. Stay positive. What up, Vancouver? Oh, thank you for asking this, Camila. How was filming dog food? You guys, I have a request and a suggestion. You should go to YouTube and type in dog food film. It's an 18-minute movie I made with Amanda Seyfried. It was written and directed by this dude, Brian Crano, who's awesome. It is a short horror film, and it's really good. I'm really proud of it, and I think you all should check it out. Put it on your watch list. Watch it after Gotham. Yeah, it's called Dog Food. Type in Dog Food Film. Go to YouTube, or it's on Vimeo.com, Vimeo.com. Check it out. Check it out. It's really good. Demented's good. Ah! Alright. I've been on this much longer than 30 minutes. Alright. Time for a refill of tea, I'll say. When is my birthday? November 14th. Guys, I'm gonna be 30. Gonna be in my 30s. It's time to get a little lift. No, I'm actually really excited to be in my 30s. I think the 30s are sexy, so I'm really proud of it. Y'all are so nice. Oh, my thing stopped moving. Sorry, that was paused because someone called my phone. It's doing like a weird thing. Anyway, guys, the show starts really soon, so I'm going to sign off here. I just want to thank you for being here. It's really cool. There were like up to 7,000 people on here at once, so I really, really appreciate you hanging out with me. And enjoy the episode. This is huge for me. I'm really excited that you guys are going to see this. It's a really cool episode. I haven't seen it yet, so I hope it comes off well. The writing was amazing. I had fun doing it. But anyway, thank you guys for your questions and for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. So maybe we'll do this again another time. Bye.